So hi, my name is Alexander Christian Gansmeyer. I am from a tiny town in Bavaria called Munich, and I came to Preston to study the MA Interpreting and Translation to be a conference interpreter, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm a conference interpreter.
My name is Gina. I actually just came from America back. I actually live in Germany, but I studied here in England. And I studied at UCLan, and I studied interpreting and translating.
You know, when you think of an interpreter, most people think of the United Nations, the European Union, and of course that's kind of always the biggest thing that you would want to achieve. So that's kind of what I was going for before the course. And when I came here, the whole course is very much geared towards the freelance market, less so the European Union, you know, like the sit in a booth, only go into one language. So it's very much working in the independent industry. And I think that's really a beautiful experience because it's so different. And so all of those elements, you know, the business and what it takes to be self-employed, what it takes to be out there in the industry, that's really what we got to experience here. And I think there's a lot of different opportunities in the market because, of course, you know, the world is getting more globalized as we speak, and a lot of companies, a lot of large companies need interpreters, need translators, and they might not necessarily be aware of the fact, but they are getting increasingly aware of that, and that's obviously good for us.
The experience at UCLan was very unique, I feel like. I feel like especially the MA in interpreting and translating is very, very hands-on. I feel like the tutors really, really care, and they actually work in the industry, which really made a difference for us because they can tell you firsthand what is going on and what is expected of you and how you need to be in the future if you want to work in that field.
When you're comparing it to other courses, this is something where UCLan is really sticking out because we do have hands-on interpreters. So you can ask them, okay, so I'm having this job, how do I prepare? Have you done something like this? And they can actually give you a lot of anecdotal experience and pass on their information. So I do think it's very important.
While there is definitely an academic part to it, absolutely, and that is definitely covered, but I really like that hands-on feeling. I like that I'm in an interpreting course and I'm actually interpreting every single day. There's no day where I'm not interpreting, and I feel like everybody was very open and honest, and I feel like if I didn't do well and my performance wasn't good, I was told why it wasn't good and what to do.
The overall structure of the course is more beneficial to you if you are already familiar with the basic elements, because of course it is a master's course, it is postgraduate, so it is supposed to be the fine-tuning of all the different elements. But we did have some students on our course who did not have prior experience, and they actually turned out to be some of the best graduates in the course. The way it works is that we have different modules for the different interpreting modes, because obviously there's simultaneous, there's consecutive, there's business interpreting, there's also the entire business end of being a freelancer. And so it actually covers all of these different elements quite beautifully.
I was able to make a lot of connections because even though you might not meet many people in the industry in your free time, you definitely do at uni because the whole classroom is full of people that want to do the same thing and maybe already do the same thing.
I definitely do think that once you leave the course, you know where your opportunities are and how you can go for them, because the course is very well connected in the entire country, in the entire UK, and also abroad, you know, with former students, with former lecturers, being in other countries. And so I do think it actually shows you a path of what you can do and how you can go about it. I don't think you're going to get rich overnight after you finish the course, but I do think you're set on a really good path. And you really know where you can go and who you can approach. And I think that's very valuable because you're not being left alone, even after the course is over. Ever since leaving UCLan, I have many different clients in many different countries. So at the moment, I have a lot of work in the automotive industry. So I have, in the entire month of September, I've been to Amsterdam about 15 times because there's a huge car show. I went to Brazil a couple of months ago, I should say, for the World Cup. So, you know, there's loads of different global opportunities, and what I'm trying to get to in the future is actually stay home a little bit more and, you know, get to work more in Germany, sleep in my own bed. But I do quite enjoy what I'm doing right now. And I'm also doing a lot of voluntary work. So I'm on the board of various professional bodies in Germany and in the UK.
This is the time where you can network with so many people. This is the time where you can get student memberships to all kinds of associations that are super helpful. So I feel like this is how it starts. It starts really small with maybe one membership and 3 connections, and then it just snowballs into lots of work.
Go the extra mile, get involved, write articles, meet people, go to networking events. And I think that's really important, especially in the beginning, because if people don't know you, how are they going to give you jobs?